channel. Today I am so excited to go through all of my Sephora haul products. Not a lot of skincare, but these are some of the things that I picked up as far as like makeup wise goes. I did get other items, but some of them I will be reviewing. These are just try on, you guys. This is just a fun like try on haul of the products that I think you guys would be interested in and maybe pick up before the actual sale ends. I'm excited to share them with you guys, and I have been pushing these to the side. I've been ordering it since the sale started like late April, and normally I'm the type of person that every single time a Sephora box comes in, I'm like ripping it open like a ravage bear, but I stocked myself so that I could like keep them all in one box and push them to the side so that I could create one video of kind of going through some of these products and trying them on and playing with them for the first time. I'm really excited because some of the products that I used in here are now my new favorites. So I'm really excited about that. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Okay, so let's get playing with all these new goodies I got from Sephora. Now I just want to point out, I woke up this morning with this, and I think I might have fell asleep with like, I don't know what I did right here, you guys, but I like have a mark here, and I think I fell asleep with something on my face. I don't know if like I had my hand like this and my nail dug in it. I don't know, but I woke up with this. Then I had it right here, but it's starting to fade. But then I just got back from taking my daughter to school, so I have like sunglasses marks on my nose, but we're gonna get rid of that. I got this sample of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I have used it in the past, and I've really loved the way it makes my skin feel. Kind of gives you a brightening effect as well. I'm gonna put on some of my Hollywood Flawless Filter, obviously from Charlotte Tilbury. It's one of my favorite products of all time. Now, some people like to apply this underneath their foundation. Some people like to apply it over top of the foundation, like just on like the high points of the face. I like it under my foundation, so you know, it just depends on what you like, but it instantly gives my skin, what is that mark? It is going to drive me crazy this whole video, and I hope that the concealer that I have is strong enough to cover that, because I don't know if it is or not. It's a new one. I seriously slept like an orangutan last night. We're gonna go ahead and apply the Givenchy, I don't know. This is the Everwear 24-Hour Satin Finish Foundation that they just launched. I bought the concealer. This is the Everwear concealer. So I kind of know, I've already reviewed this. I'll link it up here in the iCards. So I kind of wanted to wear this with the concealer and see how they pair up. A little bit of this foundation goes a really long way. I just kind of place it on the face, and then I just kind of blend it all out. But I've been using this purple sponge, and it gives me the most coverage. This sponge is like a silicone sponge, so it doesn't absorb foundation. But if you don't have that and you're using just a typical sponge, I might suggest applying it with a brush and then smoothing it out with your sponge, because you don't get the best coverage with a sponge. Now, if you want just a little bit of coverage, you want light coverage, then the sponge will work great for that. But this blends so fast. It's a very thin formula, but it's exceptionally pigmented. So it has a lot of pigment in it, and it just really melts and blends quickly into the skin, as you can see. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Givenchy Everwear Concealer. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like compared to the foundation. So they're pretty much the exact same packaging. Now, I'm hoping I got the right shade. So I chose shade 20, which is described as light to medium with neutral to yellow undertones. I was struggling trying to choose my shade. 20, when you look at the picture of the swatches, which I'll put up here on the screen, 20 looked kind of dark, so I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I can tell right away this is a very thin formula. I've wiped off the applicator with a lot of the product, so I know that some people always think that I am applying too much concealer, but I wipe off the applicator, and I like really wipe it off good before going in. So, you know, it looks like I'm applying a lot, but I'm actually not. I just sit here and keep doing that, just so that I can bring it down this way without applying a lot, you know? It's so thin that I feel like you're gonna get the best results with a finger. It feels really, really thin. Like almost so thin that if you used a sponge it might soak it up. Now the details on this concealer, it says it's a medium to full coverage, creamy, densely pigmented concealer that blurs and smooths to revive the skin's natural glow. With up to 24 hours of waterproof wear, the Everwear concealer is reliable in the face of any emotion. It blurs and conceals imperfections and provides an immediate anti-fatigue effect. The buildable formula and heart-shaped applicator offer precise results. So it does kind of have a cool little heart-shaped applicator, which I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. I didn't notice it until I read that. So I kind of recommend like melting it in with your finger or going in with a brush. Kind of hid that mark. You can still kind of see it faintly, but if I wouldn't have told you it was there, you might not notice it. Okay, so I just went ahead and finished my brows, and then I put on some P. Louise eyeshadow base on my eyelids. So the concealer, it's been on for probably, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes since I went off camera. It's kind of lightweight, but I kind of feel like it's just a medium coverage concealer. Let me pull you guys in. I think the beauty lights are giving it more coverage than it really is. Here is the concealer with the ring light on, and then in a second I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. But like I said, I still, you can still see those glasses marks. So I would say this is probably a medium coverage, but let's go ahead and turn off the ring light. Okay, so I turn off the ring light. I'm sitting in front of a window. It's not direct sunlight, but I do have umbrella light sitting in the corner. And as you can see, this concealer is just more of a medium coverage. I do think that if you use a sponge to apply this, you're gonna even have less coverage than I have. In my opinion, the maximum way to get the best coverage is with a finger, because you're actually using what product you set down to build. And, this is definitely a medium coverage. I don't know that you'd want to build it to a full. I don't really know that you're going to want to apply more on top of it. So as of right now, this is not my favorite concealer. I'm kind of picky with concealers. I have a lot of really good concealers in my collection, and this one's just, it's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. I don't love it like I do the foundation. Okay, so I picked up a new bronzer. I also got this contour palette from Smashbox. This is called the Cali Contour Shape, Bronze, and Glow palette. And let me show you guys what this looks like. Now, this has excellent rating on Sephora. This palette had the best rating. So this palette has 4.7 out of 5 star rating, and that's out of 252 reviews. It's $39, and this is what it looks like. Now, in the picture, it looks much peachier than it really is. Just a lighter palette than it looks on the website. So I thought this was going to be much peachier, and this is more like a dusty rose type shade. The bronzer that I have is a new one from Fenty, and I've been so excited to try this, you guys. I have been so excited. And the packaging on this is absolutely beautiful. So this is in the shade, I don't even know how you pronounce that. How do you pronounce that? I don't know. I'm not good at pronouncing stuff like that. This is for a tan skin with a warm undertone. And I'm gonna go into this cool tone shade right here. Typically, if I have a warm tone bronzer, I'm gonna go in with a cool tone contour. So I'm just gonna kind of buff this into my cheek and kind of contour up a little bit. I'm obviously not going to be able to give a full opinion on this palette, only because I'm probably going to only use one shade of this palette. But I think I'm going to leave it there. That just kind of gave it a little bit of contour, but it's a nice cool tone shade. So we'll use that again on camera. So now I'm going to go into the bronzer. I kind of went in light because I didn't know how much pigment was going to come off, and it's so dark. But this is a very controlled bronzer. That's pretty, isn't it? Wow, that's pretty. Now, I don't go in too heavy with my bronzers. It just doesn't look the best on my skin. It kind of ages me, to be honest. So I'm not the biggest fan of those sharp angled bronzer looks. But for me, my skin, I'm almost 40. Sometimes even when I go in heavy-handed with blush, it can age me. So But look how freaking pretty that bronzer is. Damn, I knew that bronzer was gonna be pretty, but my gosh. The thing that I like about this over some of the other bronzers that I have in my collection is that this isn't powdery. So you guys, I like this one more than I did the Tom Ford one. Like, this is really, really good. You can go in kind of light and kind of build. Sometimes when you have a really powdery bronzer, you're gonna get way too much on the brush, and then you go in and then you have to work really, really hard to blend it out. This is a different type of a formula because it's a long wear, transfer resistant bronzing powder in 8 groundbreaking shades, each carefully curated to bring all skin tones to life, which, you know, Fenty nails it on, you know, being inclusive. This powder bronzer comes in 8 versatile shades to bring the warmth of all skin tones, smooth, creamy, and easy to blend. This light as air bronzer gives you a sun-soaked glow that stays put all day. Whether you're looking for warmth or contouring, it does it all with the perfect soft matte finish. And I would say that's exactly the best description of this product. I like this bronzer better than I did the Tom Ford Soleil bronzer. And I had that one in the shade Terra. I actually sent it back. I did. I decided to go ahead and send it back because I didn't feel like I loved it enough to keep it. So I sent it back. So I can't show it to you, but this is a phenomenal formula, and it's so smooth. She did a phenomenal job on the formula. Amazing. This might be one of the favorites that I've used in this video thus far. Okay, now I got 2 blushes, you guys. So I bought this blush. I have been wanting this blush for like 2 years. So this is the Hourglass, and I got it in Incandescent Electra. And I've never bought a full-size product from Hourglass as far as their, you know, blushes and stuff like that. Always bought the minis just because I have enough blush and I have enough bronzers in my collection that I never felt like I needed to buy the fuller size. But this shade does not come in the mini size, and this is the peach, and it is so freaking pretty. I am so excited to play with this. I finally just said, Tara, you're gonna get it. And I did. I'm so excited. I can't tell you how long I've wanted this blush. The other one that I got is the new one from Cover FX. This is also a peach one. And these sold out so stinking fast. Oh, look how pretty it is. Oh my gosh. It is so pretty. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. Ignore these swatches right here. This one is the Hourglass, and these 2 right here are the Cover FX. I'm so excited. I love me some peach blush, and I am in heaven right now. I'm in peach heaven. Peach heaven, I tell you, peach heaven. The thing that I really love about having the natural haired brushes that they wipe off really good. So I'm gonna go into this shade first. Ooh, man. It's definitely a nice pop of peach, isn't it? These are crazy pigmented. Like literally, I went in and I am like this much, like teeny bit. They're hella pigmented. So pretty. So now I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and so I've got some right here, and I think I'm just gonna pop it right above, like not bringing it down below, but just kind of keeping it up on the high points. Ooh, man, that's pretty. Man, that is freaking pretty. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this brush off really good. The one from Hourglass is kind of like these 2 combined, because the one from Hourglass has a little bit of that shimmer in it. So I'm just gonna swirl my brush around in it. This is the Hourglass side, and this is the Cover FX side. And it looks so pretty. I can't decide which side I like better. I don't know. You guys tell me which side you guys like better. Oh, I'm so excited. This is such a good Sephora haul. Like, I live for this. I didn't get any of the other shades because, to be honest with you, I don't think I'll wear any of those other shades. All those other shades just don't really interest me. So I'm really glad I was able to pick up the peach one before it sold out. I know that it was one of the first ones to sell out as far as the shade goes. So I'm glad I got on top of it quick. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't really like this concealer. And the reason why I say that is because I've been using so many good concealers lately. Like I'm loving the Jeffree Star concealer. I'm loving the Marc Jacobs concealer. This Accomplice concealer is a bomb, you guys. I've also been liking the Tom Ford Emotion Proof concealer. And I also really, really like the Estee Lauder Double Wear Waterproof concealer. I think this is lightweight as well. And I kind of feel like I get more coverage with this one. Kind of has the same texture as the one that I just used. I don't really like this one. There's just something about it that I'm not liking. I've just been on such a good roll with finding such good concealers lately that this one isn't quite cutting it yet. Speaking of Fenty, I picked up a new highlighter. The only other highlighter I have from Fenty is this one. This is the Girl Next Door and Chic Freak, which I really love this. It's so pretty. It's kind of a really pretty like peachy rose gold. This doesn't really work on like my face as a highlighter, but I love this as an eyeshadow during the summer. So normally I will just take my finger and go into both of these, and it just gives the perfect peachy, beautiful eyeshadow. So I love this, but I don't love it for the face. So I went ahead and picked this one up, which is called Mean Money and Hustle Baby. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, so pretty. Oh my gosh. Rihanna, man, she kills it. This one right here doesn't really have a lot of pigment when you swatch it. I think that's why they're nice, is because this one is just not as pigmented, and this just kind of gives you a flush of something on the face. But if you want to go in with more pigment, then you grab this one and possibly, you know, give it that pop that it needs. So let's swatch this one. Oh yeah, see? This one is for those days where you just want something light, like you don't have a lot of makeup on and you want something light on the face. But then this one gives you that really pretty pop. I'm going to go into this one first, and let's just see what pigment we can get. So that's what it looks like alone, the first shade. Now let's go into this gold shade. Oh, damn, that's so look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. So this is what this first shade looks like on the Cupid's bow. Okay. Tip of the nose. So it's just a light fade, which I'm totally fine with, because there's days when I'm wearing like minimal makeup and I want to pop a nice soft highlighter on. Let's go ahead and put this on the brush. Let's spray it and see what that does. Oh, yes. See, spraying it gives you a little bit more pop with that light one. I like that. I really like having the option. So I'm going to go in on this side with the light one first. And my brush is still a little damp from spraying that. So you guys can see how pretty that is. But damn, this highlighter is pretty. Oh, bring it home, Fenty. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty, you guys. Didn't pick up a lot for eyeshadow, but I did pick up this. This is from Sephora. This is called the I Love palette. And of course, it's a peachy, I mean, right? You guys knew that was coming. So this one is called the I Love palette. It retails for $14, and I got it in the shade medium warm. It actually has really good reviews on here. So it looks like this. It's got like a black packaging on it. On the website, I'm going to put a picture right up here so you guys can see what it looks like on the website. On the website, like this shade right here looks peach. Like it looks like a dark peach, but here, this looks like a dark, almost like this color. It's got this color, but see how it looks? Even this looks really peachy in the picture. So just know that it's definitely off as far as the images wise, but I'm excited to use it. So let's just do it. So I want to go into this shade right here, of course. It's like the prettiest, like coppery shade. And I'm gonna put that on my Worker Pro. Okay, now that I'm a total dumbass and had you guys zoomed all the way out, so I'm gonna spray this with some MAC Fix Plus, and then I'm gonna go in Oh, that copper is pretty. I think I'm just going to put it all over. Now, because I wet it down, I'm able to really kind of spread it out and not really get a lot of fallout. I definitely thought this palette was going to be peachier than it is, but it is a warm neutral palette, so it's not claiming to be a peach palette. It's claiming to be a medium warm palette, so I would definitely agree that these are all really nice warm tones. Now let's go into this shade first. And I'm gonna like kind of start right here on this outer corner, kind of keeping most of the product on this outer corner and then kind of blending it into the inner corner. I still can't get over the Fenty bronzer. Like I am so, oh my gosh, I'm so happy about that bronzer. Like I think that's gonna be like my new favorite bronzer. It's so much better than the Tom Ford bronzer. In my personal, humble opinion, it's so much better than the Tom Ford bronzer. It's got controlled pigment. She just, man, she nailed it. Nailed it. Now I'm going to take my Luxie 213 eye shading brush and I'm going to go into that shade right there and kind of bring it along the lower lash line, but keeping most of that pigment right there on the outer corner and then kind of like, somewhat blending it into the inner corner. Okay, so I'm going to tone down like the real orange shade, which is really nice that they included this shade right next to it because this one's more of like a brown. I would kind of call that like a cool tone brown. I would not call that a warm tone brown, which is totally fine, but let's put that kind of like right here and kind of place the pigment down on that ridge, and then I'm just gonna kind of like do this with it. Kind of buff that out. I'm gonna take a brush like these, and this is the Luxie 221 flat definer brush. I'm gonna go into the black. Okay, I've got some on both sides, and I'm gonna like softly kind of put that right up on that. And then I'm gonna do that same thing right close to the lash line. I kind of just want to like add a little bit of definition right along my lash line with that shade. Then I'm going to put this over top of it. This is the darkest shade of the shimmer. So I'm going to put that right over top of the black just to kind of like lighten it up a little bit, but still have that darkness underneath it. I don't really think that these are light enough for an inner corner. Maybe this one. Let's try it. I'm gonna go ahead and go into this one right here first. I'm using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH39 brush. Let's see if we can get just a little bit of, yeah, that one's not gonna work. So let's go into the next one, the more there. Yeah, just like that. And I don't really want it like highlighted to the gods, but I'm going to take this brush from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill collection. This is the JH42 brush. I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to spray it and then kind of highlight my brow bone with it. These shadows in this Sephora palette blend so easily, and they're very, very pigmented. They're also very soft. So if you like a soft pigmented eyeshadow, I think you'll really enjoy these. I like it because it's kind of travel friendly too. It's kind of like a small little palette. So far, so good. Let me go through the products that I used today and give you guys my thoughts. So I'm not a fan of the concealer. I will continue to wear it throughout the weekend and let you guys know how I feel about it. I'll probably maybe update you in the description box or the comments section. But as of now, I'm not a fan of the concealer. I just have so many other good concealers in my collection that perform better than this. So I'm not into making something work. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm not gonna force it to work. So the concealer wasn't my favorite. The contour palette, I'm gonna have to continue to wear it because you guys, I only used that one shade. However, first glance, I'm a little bit disappointed that it doesn't look like the actual palette on the Sephora website. I want the shades, that are on the Sephora website, and this is just like a very toned down, like very muted palette. So I do think that this has really pretty shades though. I'm gonna definitely play around with it and let you guys know. But some of these shimmer shades are just really, really pretty. I like how there's like 2 options of highlighters. So those are the 2 highlighters in the palette, which I can appreciate both of them. But yeah, so I will continue to play with this, but I only used 1 shade, so it wasn't like I could really give you guys like a, oh yeah, it's a good palette, you know what I mean? I think out of everything that I used today, the bronzer and the 2 blushes are definitely my favorite. I love this bronzer. Absolutely love it. The next thing that Rihanna needs to bring out is some blushes. Can you imagine how amazing her blushes would be? Oh, the formula on this is just amazing. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. So again, I don't know how to pronounce this one, but that's the shade of it, and it's the perfect bronzer for my skin tone. Like, I think that's the thing that she nailed it the most, was she chose shades that are perfect for that skin tone range. And I can appreciate that. So well done on the bronzers. Like, knocked it out of the ballpark. Amazing. The highlighter, I like it. I think it's really, really pretty. And I think like it's gonna be one of those that I will really enjoy wearing. If you like a nice gold highlighter, I think you'll really enjoy this one. It's really, really pretty. Love this. Okay, let's talk about these blushes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Seriously. It's such a beautiful blush, you guys. The unique part about this that I really enjoy is that this gives you the option. So for those days where you just want a nice matte blush, then you can do that. But then for those days where you want a little bit of that shimmer in with your blush to kind of give you that extra pop on the face, then you can add this over top. It's very, very subtle though. So as you can see, like it's a very subtle shimmer. So it's not, you know, it's not crazy pigmented. And this is what it looks like swatched. So this is soft peach. It's absolutely amazing. I'm absolutely obsessed. And again, this is the one I've been wanting for a really, 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 really long time. This shade is almost like these 2 combined. So this is 4.2 and this is 14. So you get way more product in the Cover FX. And in my opinion, this is almost like these 2 combined. So let's go ahead and do that for shits and giggles. See how it's almost the same shade as that Hourglass one? It is literally almost the same shade. It's crazy. It's almost the same shade. So if you were like me and you have been wanting to get this from Hourglass, and this has been a shade that you've been really dying to get this because it's so much cheaper. And if you can't get this on the Sephora website now that they're sold out, you know, maybe check the Cover FX website. And the other plus is not only do you get a ton of more product and it's way cheaper than the Hourglass, but this one you still have that option where you can do just a soft matte blush. Or if you want to add a little bit of shimmer, like I really like having the option. Cover FX did a great job on these and they're very, very attractive. It's a beautiful blush. Let me get into the eyeshadow palette. I actually really like the eyeshadow palette. And I think for those of you out there that are kind of like on the go or like a simple girl, I think you'll really like these. For $14, they have 6 different palettes. They're just not the same. Like what this is, I just don't understand why in the picture this looks so peachy. Like this shade right here looks peach, like strong peach. And in here, it's a light, like beige color. I wish that the pictures and the images that they upload would not be so deceptive. I think that's my issue. I also wanted to let you guys know what lip I have on. So I went ahead and threw on my KKW Beauty. This is a nude number 3. And I used the KKW Beauty Peach number 1 lipstick. Then I threw on the KKW Beauty Juicy Gloss over top of it. And it's been kind of one of my go-tos. That concludes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this Sephora haul try-on video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments down below what you picked up through the Sephora sale. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend filled with love and happiness. I will see you guys in my next video, and I love you all so much. Bye!